Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Clemson Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Clemson's offense takes the field to start this game off. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Moore. Touchdown, Tiger. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That drive a great example of just how potent this offense can be. 2 plays, 80 yards, give them the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Notre Dame's offense will get the ball for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he bet.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off the play fake on first down. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and just on to the next down.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on third down. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
You know, one of the areas that separate good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offenses are on third down passing plays. That was the perfect call at the perfect time, and obviously executed it.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, I'm glad you used a reference in the last 30 years, Reese. You know, just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years, was a guy that you could really, really depend on. Trying to find those golden Tates, those elite players out wide is something they've been missing over the last several years.
Grab near the sticks. It's Flanagan. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Beck's going for the goal line, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Irish!
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he made the extra point without problem. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. RPO complete to open the drive. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. Got him downfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Moore. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
A strike downfield. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Quarterback on the keeper. Turning it on! Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Really nice run there by the Tiger quarterback. And, you know, even the great passers like Trevor Lawrence, remember that great run he had in the postseason against Ohio State? That's a staple of the Tiger attack.
Yeah, that was a 50-plus yard run, and they needed it the most. And that's what you've seen. When the offense doesn't have answers to a lot of other things, they always got the running quarterback. And especially in those critical situations, you see it when they get in the red zone. It's going to be a big area. On third down, when I need it, this QB can make things happen.
Wants to go up top. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. Grabbed behind the line. It's Adams. Touchdown, Tiger! A great catch and run for 6. extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They go 83 yards on the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going with the ground game left. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Back to the ground game on the left. And the run is for no gain and no more time left on the clock in the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Grabbed in the middle, it's Flanagan. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
So now it's 2nd and long. Grabbed behind the line. It's Moore. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Perry. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll give it on the counter. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job of ball security.
Clemson will send the punt team out. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Shoots it to the left, and his throw is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Fires to the wideout. Zips it out to his man. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man downfield. And he makes a grab. Defense draped all over him, and it's first and goal at the 9.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Back to throw, it's Carr. Wideout trying to get it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Oklahoma is down right now, and that's unusual for this program. Those fans in Norman expect excellence. Let's see if they can provide the spark this team needs. They're trailing by 10 to Georgia. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They're dealing with a second and long. Got it behind the line. It's Moore.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Complete downfield. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
They'll run play action. Got it in the middle. It's Moore. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gets the back moving. Running to Green. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Moore. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Working on the right. He makes the catch. He's knocked down immediately, but they'll have a goal-to-goal situation from the 8. The Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got third.
They're going to throw it on third and goal. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Dead center perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. They'll run it from the gun. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Death Valley, and welcome into the halftime report. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. Time to see how things play out the rest of the way as we send it back to our guys in Death Valley.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here come the Irish back on offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Smith. There he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And that one will put him up here in the second half.
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete to the left. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Off the play fake. Oh, they're after him. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Well, that's a great job getting the sack on the blitz there. And one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to pride themselves on defensively is hard-nosed, tough football, especially in the front seven. And linebackers that can play downhill and not just make plays in the running game, but get in the backfield and blitz the quarterback. And you saw all of that from him right there.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. On the move, it's Payne.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we...
Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Back to throw, it's Carr. Quickly to the tight end. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They want to throw it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares?
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Puts it out of the air. They found a way to get in the rug, but he is stopped short, and it'll be 4th down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He slides that just inside the right upright. The lead now 7 here in the 3rd quarter. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Utah has the lead right now, but this Rice-Eccles crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 12 over West Virginia. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Going right to work up top. Catch in the middle, it's Coleman. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
Really nice play there catching the pass. And I'll tell you, it's not easy to get on the field these days at Clemson if you're a wideout. Because of the success they've had recruiting and all the NFL talent they've had outside of the position, getting on the field and competing is no simple task. It's not easy to do, but this guy has everything you look for. He is built to succeed, not just at the college level. I think this guy's got an opportunity on Sundays, too. I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Complete to the left. And they'll move the chains with the first down. That might be it for the 3rd quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. We've been treated to an aerial show by these 2 guys so far as you check out their numbers. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Moore. He's inside the 15. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Clemson. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These 2 right now are definitely on the same page.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by team, and they stop him at the 21. Here come the Irish back on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Carr. Makes the catch, it's Smith. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Trying play action. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Clemson. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
What a play by this defense. The offense going in to take the lead. No, no, no. Flip the script. The big pick six. Now you're leading in this ball game. What a play by the D.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. Looking left. He's got it. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air, it's Carr. Fires to the wideout. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
Off play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Under fire. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And I love the personnel group that the defense is in right now. With the lead late in a 2-minute situation, you're seeing extra DBs on the field. You know the offense is going to try and throw the football. So faster guys, good job that time getting to the ball, knocking it away, forcing the incompletion. You stay in this personnel grouping if you're on defense.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. Dropping back. It's Carr. Throws to the wideout. Picked up to stop the threat. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, they're running 4 verticals down the field, and the quarterback's just hoping one of those matchups can win, but you got to give the defense credit. They were ready for it on the back end, and that is a massive interception late in this game with the score so close.
Huge interception. The 2-minute drill a lot of times decides the football game. And this defense, man, you could tell they were ready for 4 verts. They played deep. They read the quarterback's eyes. They break on the football, and they probably end this football game.
First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. On target to the left. They bring it down, but the big play will move the sticks. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers hope to be able to run out the clock in this final minute. To the air on second down. Pulls it in. It's Moore. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Tigers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Grabbed over the middle, it's hooked. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments that can jump up and bite you.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.